What's up, world? What's good with it? Welcome to another episode of our Systems Disruptors podcast, crucial conversations for radical educators. Of course, you got the game orchestrator, Hernani Santos, one of the co-hosts for this here thing. Also got my sister, Dr. Kiana O'Leary. What's up, sis?
Hey folks, hey, it is another great opportunity to connect with you all. I love these nights when we get to bring y'all some heat, some fire, and some good discussion. So Dr. Q's in the building, happy to be here.
Listen, and we're gonna hold it down for Dr. IJ. Doing things during the holiday seasons gets a little difficult with schedules, whatnot, but we're gonna hold him down, you feel me? All right, so without any further ado, we got a dope episode for tonight. Kind of moving into some entrepreneurship. A wonderful story, Black Diamond exclusive here with us tonight. What's up, y'all?
All right, we're here. Let's get it.
Hey, listen, your transfer one of the top-notch transportation concierge in the Northern California area. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves and just give us a brief breakdown of your company, how it came to be, what you guys do, some of the things, services you provide for Northern California.
Absolutely. Dad, I'm gonna start us off real quick.
Go ahead, girl.
All right. So my name is Lauran Johnson, and I'm part owner of Black Diamond Exclusive alongside with my father, Lawrence Johnson. Together, we started this business in 2021. It came about that we were just, I had a friend of mine who told me that I had a friend of mine who told me about Turo. And she was telling me that Turo is the next like Airbnb. Turo is the cars of Airbnb. And so she said, hey, check this out. You should get into it. So I came about it to my dad and said, what you think about us just doing a little side job, a little side hustle. And we started getting some courses and learning some more about it. But what we did is start thinking outside of the box. Instead of just renting out one or two vehicles that we have, how can we expand our business and make it more than what it is and bring more value, quality, and service to our community in a way that we would like to do it, in a way that we think will make a difference in our community. So from there, we started with our LLC. We started with a mission and a vision. And from there, we took off. Tell them a little bit, Dad.
Well, I'm going to talk a little. We have two companies, Black Diamond Exclusive and Black Diamond Financial. Lauren may come back and share a little bit more on that. But I'll talk about Black Diamond Financial. First of all, what I do is I empower business owners and professionals to confidently accumulate and manage their retirement wealth. But my story goes back to the streets of Oakland. I'm from the streets of Oakland, and I had a gift, and I didn't know I had this gift. That gift catapulted me from the streets of Oakland into Texas Christian University, which was a tremendous opportunity for me because for me, I had barely graduated from high school. But when that opportunity came, I said, you know what, I'm gonna take advantage of it. So I went to TCU in the 80s, played football there, and I came in through the back door, but God blessed me to be able to make it through the front door. And it was a challenge, just being in that different environment. But throughout that, I became the first football player to graduate from their accounting department since 1873. And I came back to California. I worked as an accountant for 17 years. Then while I was working there, I got an MBA in finance from Golden Gate University. I decided to jump off the cliff and start my own business, which is a challenge in that, and it's tough to walk away from a full-time job. And I didn't just walk away, I went part-time, but I got my Series 7 license to practice financial planning. I'm also a chartered retirement plan specialist, so I'm out there really doing my thing. And I work for two major banks. And in May, I just quit to go full-time on my own and working with my daughter. And I want to tell you, that's a challenge. That's a tough thing to say. I'm jumping off and I'm going full-time, but man, working with my daughter, that's a tremendous opportunity. One other thing, we have what we call a wealth empowerment experience. And what we do is provide information about wealth, and when you talk about wealth, we step back just a little bit. In our society, you could go through 12 years of school and in some cases 4 years of college, and that took a class on what? How to manage your money. So in our society, I see a lot of challenges there. So what we've developed is a wealth empowerment experience, and we talk about wealth. We talk about how to have tax-free income. We talk about principal protected strategies. We talk about a lot of different things. But what is wealth? Just a few things. Your health is your wealth. Don't play with that. Your relationships is your wealth. Your friends, man, your wealth, your stories that you transfer from generation to generation. That's a tremendous amount of wealth. So anyway, that's just a brief summary of what we do. And as we on the show tonight, we'll talk a little bit about more what we do. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sure we'll give a brief moment, for you guys to share all your social media platforms at the end. So if people are curious and want to learn more or take advantage of your transportation service, we're gonna lock that in. All right, so I'm really excited because you all, father and daughter, will bring a different lens for our rapid fire discussion we're gonna have tonight. So how it's gonna work is we'll have a few topics, I think about 5 tonight. We'll have a couple minutes just to address it, drop some gems, drop some jewels, and we're gonna move on to the next one. You know what I mean? So we got to be concise in our statements so we can get through. You feel me?
yeah. Can
All
I
right,
share
Keith.
can I
Go
share
ahead.
one thing before? Working with me and my daughter, there's two different generations. And I want to say that that's a huge thing because technology has changed so quickly. She allows me to see into her generation as far as a Facebook, Instagram, and all that other stuff. I'm 63. I'm 63. And I'm saying some of that stuff wasn't around when I was around. So being able to see back into that generation is huge. And the other side of it, I bring wealth, I bring stability, I bring financial situation that when we combine that together, man, you have a firecracker that's ready to pop. So just wanted to share that.
For sure, for sure. Key, you ready for these topics?
I am so ready. You know how I do. If you're going over 5 minutes, I'm like, time's up. We gotta get to the next one. So don't be mad. Charge it to my head and not my heart. I gotta get us going, folks.
Hey, the old school hook from Showtime at the Apollo.
I'm the old school Showtime at the Apollo. The Sandman.
Right.
Call me the Sand Girl. Hello. All right. You want me to start the timer now?
Yeah, start the timer. Let me cue it up.
Cue it up.
Are you ready?
And go.
Let's go. First question: are educators truly underpaid, or do they simply lack financial responsibility? What y'all think?
Let me tap into this one first. Let me go first. They're underpaid. I remember being in a classroom as a teacher, and I was a single mom, and I was making like $30,000 a year, really trying to navigate the city of Los Angeles and all those taxes and all those fees with 30 grand and a baby. Yeah. Wasn't cool. And so I felt like, really not being resentful of my career because I chose it, I felt like here I am helping the world, but how am I getting help for myself? And so really the only way to move up or to make more money is to move up in the organizational ladder. But if I was able to make the money I needed to make, I would have never left the classroom. I would have stayed working with the babies because I love the babies, but I also love my baby, and we needed money and we needed food. So they're underpaid. If we pay them right, I think we can keep them in the classroom, yo. What y'all think?
I'll definitely agree with you. Is that I would say they're underpaid. We put so much emphasis that the children are in future, they're the next leaders, they're the next generations of taking over for the world and providing the next resources. But how much do we really value that? And so how much are we valuing our teachers who's teaching the next generation? So I think it's underpaid.
I would say yes and no. If it's just you look at this as a job to pay your bills, I would say no. But if this is your passion, if this is what you are going to help move our generation forward to the next place and inspire the growth of different productive individuals, then I would say yes. So for me, it's a yes and a no, depending. And I know that can be controversy, but I've seen the school system, and I've seen some of the teachers, and I've seen some of the good, the bad, and the bitter and the sweet. So
No, I'm with that. I didn't even think about it like that because I was gonna say strictly underpaid, especially if you have a family, right? I think me and Key must have taught it around the same time. Started, I was making like 33. When you got bills, family, that's tough. But I like what you just. I think I want to repeat it because I think that's profound. If this is your passion, if you really are, into making difference in the kids' lives, then yeah, that was dope. Because if not, and you just collecting the check,
yeah,
and you
you ain't
go in
helping
there,
nobody.
right now you get what you put in, right? You don't put
Yeah,
nothing in, you don't get nothing out.
there you
So
go.
I think that was profound because I was just gonna go strictly underpaid for sure. I think about all them all them lean years, and always trying to have a side hustle. I wouldn't been doing any of that if I wasn't underpaid. You feel me?
I just
Hey,
want to talk
Dr.
about the
Q.
little discrepancy of how we started at the same time and I got 30 and you got 33. I just want to talk about that's a whole other topic. That's a whole other topic. Talk about you see that gender discrepancy? Go ahead. That's a whole another session.
Let
That's a
it
whole
out,
other
let it
session.
out just a little.
Hey, it's real, and you in LA, and I'm in Vallejo, Solano County, so like you definitely should have been getting more than me. All
I
right, y'all
mean,
ready
but
for the next?
I can say
Oh, go
though,
ahead.
even though it's your passion, could you still be underpaid though?
What I'm saying is, if it is your passion, you are underpaid. You are underpaid. Well, I think what Pops was saying though, like if you're just collecting a check and
Yeah.
you're doing bare minimum, then you get what you deserve, right? You're
Oh
not
yeah.
putting nothing in, you don't get nothing out. You know,
Mhm.
yeah, that was dope. I ain't even thought about it like that.
Nuggets to take away with. Time
Nuggets.
is up. It's time to roll on. Time is up.
All right, next prompt. Next prompt. Is college really necessary to leverage generational wealth?
Ooh,
Tap in.
I'm gonna let Pop
Um,
start on this one.
I think that the internet has become a game changer with that. I think now with the generation that we live in, with the access to the internet, I think that college is kind of yes or no. I feel like if you're not going to school to college to get a doctor's degree, I mean, to become a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, scientist, such and such, a lot of those skill sets and trades you can learn from a trade online, YouTube Academy, leadership courses, and you don't have to go in debt going to college to get that type of education.
I'm gonna go a yes or no again. So for me, I was destined to go to college, and I needed to go to college because for me to learn the language of business accounting, I needed a specific degree. And so I always knew I was going to college, didn't know how I was going to go, who was going to pay for it, but I went. And I got out of college and I was able to work in my field. Now, there's a lot of people who go to college and they come out of college with this much debt and they don't even get to work in their own field. So the other thing I would say is there's people that I know that's making $30,000 to $50,000 a month and never took a step into a college. So do you need to go to college? For me, I'll push people that way, but you don't have to. I mean, Bill Gates, he didn't finish college. I mean, look, you got YouTube influencers. You got these people out here that's selling stuff that's making a lot of money that hasn't been to school. I'm going to share real briefly. Playing football, most of the people that went to the pros, they didn't finish college. I'm saying a gift is something you can't really learn. You can enhance on it, but if you have a gift, man, that gift will make room for you, whether you go to college or not. So a lot of stuff in there.
This is the one thing I like to tell young people. I was just mentoring another young lady in the 8th grade. And I think that sometimes when we paint the picture of college, we only look at the academia, the academia benefits of college. But really, when you're in college, you are an 18-year-old, you're away from your parents' home for the first time, you are free, you are making choices, you are learning how to become an adult. And I think
Absolutely.
that when we look at those benefits of college, that is really difficult to do simultaneously living into your parents' home at 19, 20 years old, when you want to do some adult-like things. You want to learn, am I a drinker? Am I a smoker? Is that too much for my body? Am I able to multitask? Am I able to focus on my studies? Do I party too much? Am I easily influenced by friends? You get to really learn yourself when you are in a collegial setting, and you get to learn some things the hard way. You get to learn some things quick and fast way. But I always look at the holistic benefits of being on a college campus, and I would say yes, everyone, in my opinion, needs that type of holistic adult development experience.
And look, Malcolm X said this. He said, education is the passport to the future, but tomorrow belongs to the people that prepare for it today. But he didn't say what type of education.
Right.
You know, so you can get education in different places. But I like what you said too, Dr. Q. I learned a lot about myself, about being around other people too. So
And I'll just add that growing up tough, man, like for me, going to college like set a different tone for the rest of my family, right? So
yes.
we grew up on welfare, on all of that. And when you think about the research in terms of businesses and how many are successful, what you guys are doing is major and a blessing at the same time. But there's a lot of statistics out there about how many businesses fold within a certain amount of years. And I'm just, for me, if it wasn't for college, so after me, my brother went to college, graduated. He's a lawyer. My brother under me, he didn't, but he's doing all right. He's over a custodial department with the school district. My youngest sister got her bachelor's. She's working at the prison in Vacaville, right? So it's like without those things, like how many years would I've kind of just floundered trying to find my way. My parents didn't have any money, period. So I just think that even if you're going to start a business, I think having the degree gives you options, right? And for me, life is about options, because there's nothing guaranteed. But I do like what you said. Like if you have a gift, like lean into that gift. But I just think college is a way for for you to get your family to the next level. And so same thing for my kids now. Like college is the expectation. My daughter just graduated with a master's degree. Got a son that's playing football, finishing up his last year in JUCO. He'll get a scholarship somewhere. So it's kind of just laying that trajectory. But I do agree that you can get educated in different ways, and especially with what's out there today.
That's time.
Woo! And we probably could have went on that one for a while.
I know. I was a little, a little both.
All right. The next prompt: benefits and challenges of parent-child entrepreneurship. This one is catered just for you, for Black Diamond exclusive. Because the saying is sometimes don't mix family and business. So we want y'all to lead this discussion.
So let me say that it's a gift. It's wonderful working with my daughter. I love working with her. But I want to say this: I had to humble myself. My daughter went off to school and she came back, and I want to treat her as that same girl that left, but I couldn't do that no more. She teaches me. I learn from my daughter. I learn from what she do and how she do things. We work good together. I mean, we're the same. We both got athletic scholarships. We both eat the same. We do a lot of things the same. So this has just been a great thing for me to be able to work with my daughter.
And let me piggyback on that. I actually was homeschooled by my parents, my dad and my mother, from the 2nd grade to the 8th grade, me and my siblings. So I've been around my parents for a long time, especially at a young age. And our relationship and our dynamics have been starting from an early age. I mean, my business partner is somebody I know my whole life. So it's easy that somebody I know that I trust, that I get to work with. And I would just say, like, we flow really good. But one thing that we always take time to do is listen to each other, because sometimes he's gonna have some coming from one direction, I'm coming from one direction, but we leave a space to listen, to hear anything, even if it's out there. Sometimes we gotta bring each other back in, like, all right, that's not on the mission, that's not the plan, but let's hear it out. But we leave space just to listen. And then we both bring that in to make the decisions and just, stay on track. What's the goal? What's the vision? What's the purpose of that? But we have a lot of fun. this man, I have so many missed calls or calls by him. He's the most person in my phone. Every voicemail pops, 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 pops. I'm like, where are my friends at in my phone? But I love working with him. It's very easy. It's very fun. And also my mom, she does a lot of background stuff for us and moving the business forward. So she has always been a good help too. So this is like a family thing. This is family legacy, and just really getting to learn from each other. Like my dad pointed out, I bring some of the technology and as well as, social media, doing things and editing with the camera and stuff. And then he brings some just some different viewpoints and some different ideas other than me, but together, combined together, we've been making this business flow for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in May.
And Proverbs says a wise man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And that's my goal there. Not only to leave it to her children, but my grandchildren. So,
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'll just say, I don't have any experience with this, but what I can hear in the conversation, and that's just what I'll comment on, is that there's a mutual respect, and the dopest part about it is that when I listen to Dad, sometimes parents, have this thing, you're my child, I'm the elder, I hear you being humble, right? And really conceding to what your daughter brings to the table. So I think that's like the most valuable part in making a family father daughter, father son, whatever the case may be, that relationship work, that mutual respect and some humbleness in the process, because if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to listen to each other.
Right.
What I love most about watching the two of your dynamic is that it really goes against this misconception of Black folks cannot work together, cannot live together, cannot cohabitate together. We have this idea that we just have to do everything as individuals. And I look in other communities where they pass on their businesses to the successor, would be their kids and their nieces and nephews. And I see early in the years, at 12 years old, they're teaching them the business and how to manage the business so that they would one day be the successor of these businesses. And so to see you all co-laboring in love and co-laboring in wealth and co-laboring in just really giving back to the community, it speaks volumes. You are a model, and I'm just happy to witness and be a cheerleader on the side.
Well,
and then Key, I'd add wisdom too, right? Wisdom from the father to acknowledge, what his daughter brings to the table, and then wisdom from the daughter's part, right? Like, so I think respect, humbleness, and wisdom. I just wanted to add that.
Yeah,
that's time.
Look, I told you she was gonna keep us on point.
She kept us on point.
All right. This is our last prompt of the rapid fire. Okay. Is home ownership the American dream or the American nightmare?
I still think it's American dream. It's a little bit more expensive to get to, and there's a lot of people out there want home ownership, but man, it's tough. If I were to do it all over again, I probably would do it this way. I probably would buy me a fourplex as my first home, and I probably rent out those other 3 rooms, and I would be saving my money up so that when I buy the next house, I'll still keep this fourplex, but I'll be able to buy my other house, and part of that will pay for the house that I'm living in. So I think it's still something that people are trying to pursue. Matter of fact, my son right now is trying to buy a house, and it's expensive, but he's still dreaming on it. He's there. He can afford to do it. So I still think it's a dream for people to have. Just how you going to get to it. So
I agree. I have a friend who taught me the blueprint, but it was after I purchased my home, and he said that first he and his fiance, they purchased a multi-unit a place, and now that multi-unit place pays the mortgage for the place that they actually live in. And so I think that is something for people to consider. If you are looking into making a purchase, you may want to purchase something that will not only be able to sustain your mortgage because it's also creating that additional access So just always these different ways that you learn later on. I was able to purchase my home during the pandemic, so the APR rates were super, super low. I'm at a 2.5, hallelujah. But I can say now that isn't the case here in this location. And so it is always about timing and making sure that you're making the right move that you'll be able to sustain, because you don't want to get in something and then look up and you have to back out of it.
Yeah, and this is good. You guys are providing this type of information to your audience out there. I mean, that some of this information never get to our society, our culture, and this is huge, so I love it.
I would agree too. I would say that I think owning a home ownership is definitely the dream. And I go back again to just the internet. With the internet, it's so many things like people are doing. You own a home and then people are opening a daycare in that home. They're doing pair space with that home. They're having different rooms for podcasts, different rooms for different social spaces. So owning a home is also, you get equity in the home, and then you also can use that home as a business, and you're also using that home as a roof over your head. So I think it's a dream to make multiple dreams of ideas or businesses that you want to do and grow from owning that home. So I agree with that one.
Yeah, and I concur. I just think that with like you were just saying, Lauren, with all the information out there, the wisdom being imparted, like I would have never thought about buying like a multi-home property back in the day, but it just, like, when you see it on YouTube or Facebook, it just makes more sense, which would allow it to, the home ownership process to be a little easier, right? I think, also at times, I know I did this during the housing crash in '04. I rushed into something, took one of those bad loans and ended up having to short sell my house. But that goes back to one of our earlier prompts in terms of like financial knowledge. In certain parts of the country, certain societies, like they're teaching their kids this. My parents owned a home, had to short sell it when Mare Island closed. But they didn't really have any financial, wisdom to give us, so, every day from the time I was probably like 7 or 8, like I had to figure out everything on my own. So, but I do think, yeah, for sure, you have to get that.
And that is time. And that's time. That's our last rapid fire question for this evening.
Listen, that was dope. I feel like if we didn't have the time limits, we'd be like 2 hours deep into this conversation.
Absolutely.
With that being the end of the rapid fire, let's go ahead and give you guys a chance to just talk about your social media platforms, where people can get in contact with you, because I know, as far as the financial aspect, you don't have to be with technology. You don't have to be in the area where that person's from, right? Or if you're in the Northern California area, you want to go on a wine tour, or whatever your needs may be, just share with the audience, man, so they can tap in.
Absolutely. So going back, so we have a business, Black Diamond Exclusive. It's a transportation company. We service everything from charter buses to chauffeur services with Black VIP cars, limo cars for prom. And then we also have rental cars on our platform too. So you can find us on Instagram at Black Diamond XL. Again, that's going to be Black Diamond XL. And then we also have our website, which will be up Friday. So in the meantime, you can contact us on Instagram, but Friday you can go to our website, which is going to be www.blackdiamondxl.com, or you can contact us at 707-455-6792. And that's where you can find us. So for all your transportation needs in Bay Area, Napa, and out to Sacramento, we have a car for you. Come call us.
And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Black Diamond financial side of the business. Again, like I said, I empower business owners and professionals to confidently accumulate and manage your retirement wealth. And you want to be confident in your financial situation. You want to have that knowledge. what we do is we help people develop tax-free strategies where your money can grow tax-free under Section 72E, under Section 7702. You can have access to this money tax-free. And Section 101A of the Internal Revenue Code says you can transfer that money tax-free to the next generation. So if we're talking about generational wealth, how do we do that in the most efficient way, the most tax-free way? That's what we want to do, and that's what we do for our clients. We have a lot of clients who don't have pension plans. Pensions are slowly going away. Well, we designed pension plans so that people have guaranteed stream of income for the rest of their lives. As long as they live, they can outlive the stream of income that we provide for them. And finally, some people have 401k plans and they're getting tired of this market going up and down, up and down. Well, we have principal protected strategies that will protect your principal and that you won't lose a penny. So there's a lot of different strategies out there besides us really to get to know our client. We provide trusted advice, exceptional service. I can be found at www.blackdiamondfin.com. That's www.blackdiamondfin.com. This is our logo right here, Black Diamond Financial. And you can reach me on our phone number is 707-319-5532. And my daughter is currently getting me one of those IGs or Instagram, so she getting me hooked up. So
Gotcha.
anyway, that's a little bit. If you want to
Keep letting me to work.
Hey, Pops, I ain't mad at you being the Black Diamond exclusive model either. That boy, he stood up, struck a pose. You can see I got my outfit.
Well, my daughter dressed me tonight, so
I ain't mad at it.
I told him I'm gonna wear some colors. You put the shirt on.
And I would say we have been using Black Diamond exclusive for the last 2 years at our wellness retreats. They provide transportation services to our educators to come to our wellness retreat at Estate Farms in Sacramento. So shameless plug where we are also using and benefiting from their services. And we definitely need to tap into the financial side of things as well. And so it's always good when it takes, really the community to share and support one another to create these cultural wealth opportunities. And we're so happy to have our partners and also community representatives to come and speak and share with us on our platform tonight.
Right.
Absolutely.
Santos, take it away, Santos.
Hey, listen, also, for the planet Earth out there that's tuning in, we have our second annual equity conference, Mentee Educational Service equity conference. It's not really a conference though, right, Key? It's more like an experience. It's a vibe. It's a whole vibe. You feel me?
It's a whole experience. Like we are every year we take it to the next level. I was
exactly.
Like, the BT experience can't outdo us. I mean, we're educating ourselves. And we're actually in our third year, Santos. It's the second time we're coming in person, but it's the third time.
Oh,
right. It's the third time.
COVID is totally out my mind right now. I was just thinking about the in-person shot. But listen, it is a whole vibe. So tickets go on sale December 1st. I think the website is coming up. So it's gonna hit you soon. So just be sure to keep your eyes peeled back. And we want everyone to be involved. It'll be in Houston, Texas again, correct?
Yep, we're in Houston, Texas. We'll be in multiple locations. We're having our gala event, which is a fundraising event. It will be at the El Dorado Ballroom. Look it up. Look up the El Dorado Ballroom. It is a historical place where Black entertainers were restricted in the city of Houston to perform at this particular ballroom. And Project Grow Houses, in partnership with folks like Salon Knowles, they refurbished the El Dorado Ballroom. And so we get to be in this historical building for our gala, our fundraising event, which goes down on March 22nd. And then the next day we'll be partnering with we'll be at the University of Houston providing an amazing conference. And we have a keynote. I'm not going to tell you who the keynote is, but stay tuned. We'll be announcing that on the website on December 1st. Registration December 1.
Hey, listen, if you ain't know, we have the dopest keynote speakers. You better ask somebody. All right. Yeah, right. All right, Key. I think we're done. It's time to put a fork in it, huh?
Yes, we just want final words from everyone. One final statement we can go around, and then we'll tap out.
Well, I just want to stay and start by saying, you know what, we very much appreciate, having us on this show. It was fun, that rapid fire. We might need to be that 6 minutes next time. But we appreciate the love, we appreciate connecting with you guys, and we appreciate vibing here with you guys at these crucial conversations.
I just want to repeat one thing I said, what Malcolm said, and I take this to heart. Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to the people that prepare for it today. So really, what are you doing about your tomorrow today?
Jules, drop a gem on them. Key, what you got, Key? Any last words?
These are not my words. This is from my brother out of San Francisco. So in the spirit of representing the Yay area, it takes the hood to save the hood. So I'm glad that we had hood folks come back, drop some knowledge so that we can save the hood. I love it.
Hey, and you do know that.
Yeah.
Listen, my final words is for all the viewers out there, make sure as you're viewing this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and we gonna keep coming with this lava for you. All right, with that being said, we out of here like last year, y'all. Yay.
Over and out.